it's Jill with Angel Creations. Welcome to my New Hampshire craft room. So today I went out in the wilderness of New Hampshire in my sister's beautiful yard. I'll take you on a little field trip when we're done with this craft. Her yard is absolutely beautiful. Okay, but I went out and I looked at the wilderness and I came up with a cute craft. So I went out to the wood pile and I got myself a log. I started painting it a little bit because I'm having electrical difficulties here and I don't think my heat gun is plugged in right. So, but I wanted to show you, so what if I get my hands wet? So I wanted to show you that I already gave it a coat of pink paint on the sides and on the wedge part. We are making a wooden watermelon out of this today. It's gonna be so cute. And I also found in my sister's craft stash a little, it used to be a cardinal. It had a big point on it and I sanded down its head and beak. So we're gonna paint him black and make him a crow, and he's gonna be sitting on our watermelon wedge. So what I think I will do is, in bits and pieces, for time's sake, of course, I am going to paint some of this in front of you, and then we'll let it dry, and then I'll come back on. So, yeah, so this is just a piece of watermelon. No, it's just a piece of wedge from my brother-in-law and sister's wood pile. Here, let me just put a bunch of paint on here so we can do this. And then I thought we would use the back of this that has bark. That's going to be a really cute watermelon rind. So this, oh, I didn't mean to go that low either. I want to paint a little bit. Did I do that? No, I guess I do want to go all the way down. It's on the edges. I don't want to go all the way down on the edges because that's where my green is going to go for the rind. So yeah, so we're just going to slap some paint on this wood, and I found this fuchsia color in my sister's crafts, in her paints, and I will tell you what it is, what company. It is Americana. I think that might be either Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Not sure I've ever seen that at Walmart. But it's a really pretty fuchsia. So we're just slapping this on because we want some of the wood to be wood, you know. All right, so I have done the sides as well, but you can see I left some space because I want to put some rind colors. So I have a couple of colors. We're going to use a little white, and then we're going to use Martha Stewart. But you know, you can use, this is like a mossy green, and then I have a dark green, and then a little bit of white. So what I'm thinking is mostly dark green on the rind. So on the very bottom here, I'm going to put the darkest color. So let me just see if we can put a little bit of paint. This is a log. It's cut. It's rough. So it does take a little bit of paint. So let me just put what we're going to need at least on here to start with. And then we're just going to brush that in, because that will be the color that we do this part. So again, just rub that in, just so that you have a little bit of green rind. Then we're going to take the Martha Stewart mossy color, and we're going to do the same thing. Just going to go a little bit more on here. Oh, this is really thick paint. So Doesn't squeeze out like the other one. I'm going to use my same brush and I'm just going to dab it. Dab, dab, dab. Just to get the two colors. This had a lot more paint when I squeezed it out than I needed. So I'm going to try to save a little bit of that paint because I'm going to mix some with white to get that rind color. So just paint that. And once I do this side in front of you, I will turn the camera off and do the other side again, time's sake. You don't have time to watch videos for 2 hours. Even though I would love to be on here with you for 2 hours. And this is not a 2-hour craft either. All right, so now I'm just going to mix some of my Waverly chalk paint. And I'm going to get a new brush for this, or maybe a craft stick. I'm going to get a little bit of this out with a craft stick. And I'm going to dab some of it on right onto my watermelon. Let's see what that does. And then I'm going to use the same brush and I'm just going to mix it. You know how it gets lighter towards the pink part? That's what we're going for here. We're going for that little bit of lighter rind. There, and now we're just going to drag the whole thing down and just blend, 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 blend all the way down. And now I'm going to take a wet baby wipe. Actually, that's pretty dry. I got to remember to close my baby wipe. And I'm just going to rub up now from the bottom. And this is rough, but I'm rubbing up from the bottom and taking some of that white off my darker green. I might just go back over that a little tiny bit now with my dark green again. I just want it to be really dark. And I think if I just do a couple of drops here and there, I can accomplish that. So now I'm going to drag up a little bit. Well, I'm just going to zhuzh it. I'm just not thinking about it. I'm just going to zhuzh. That is going to be perfect. Perfect. It worked out perfect. It's blending perfectly. I'll show you. Okay, so this is our watermelon and our wedge, and we have to put seeds on here too. But I'm going to go to the other side. I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to try to fix my electrical problem too while this is drying. And I am going to do the same thing on the other side. So we'll be right back. Okay, it's almost dry, and I did rectify the hot heat gun problem too. So we are just going to move this off of my protector piece because it is all wet paint. So I'm just going to put this down over here next to me, out of the way. It is a little busy background, but we can deal with that. We'll be fine. So I'm going to put this in my bag. All right. Get myself a quick baby wipe. Should have done all of this before I turned you back on. I'm so sorry. All right. So now we're going to make seeds. And I did go ahead and paint rind all the way around this. So let me show you. We have rind all the way on all 4 sides because it didn't make sense not to. Okay, so we do have rind all the way around. Now we are going to focus now on making some watermelon seeds. I just got green paint on my pink over here because I must have touched the green. So we'll have to put a watermelon seed there. So it's not completely dry. In fact, let's just let that set a little bit longer and let's paint up our, well, it was a cardinal, but we're going to paint it black so it's a crow. We're going to change it up. So all I did was sand his point off his head, and I kind of made his beak a little bit more sharp. Like a crow, kind of. It's not really a crow, but we're just going to pretend it is. All right, let me grab some paint. Let me grab a paper towel, just so we have something to paint on. So this is the back of it. It does have a little hole in it, but we're not going to be worried about that. I'm just going to give this a little coating of black paint. It is so gorgeous here. The weather is just phenomenal. I could not ask for better weather. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's almost warm enough to go in their pool. Their pool is 80 degrees. So if you're a New Englander, that's pretty warm. But if you're a Floridian, it's kind of chilly. So I have to be really, really, really hot to go in the pool. Now at my house, I can walk right into my pool. It's 90 degrees, which just makes a difference. It's another 10 degrees, but it makes it so that it still refreshes me, but I can walk right in without going, you know the drill, right? And so this pool would be a little bit of, it's cold. But I am definitely hoping that I can get in this pool before my vacation's over. I know I will. I'll just make myself. But anyway, I don't think that's going to be today, although it is warming up, and it's warming up quite nicely. Actually, I feel a little tiny bit of humidity, which is such a relief from the 104 degrees I left. Florida was, oh my God. I talked to my roommate yesterday to check in on the co-workers, aka my cats, and she said it was like 104. So I don't miss that. I certainly don't. I think we're in maybe the high 70s right now here up in New Hampshire. That's just a guess. Warm enough though to be in shorts and a t-shirt, but I'm not sure about swimming. I'm trying to get some black paint in this little hole in the back because it will show. I'm not stuffing it or anything, so I'm just trying to get the sides of that little thing so it won't be so prevalent. All right. And I think that is pretty good. I'm going to try and see if we don't blow a fuse with the heat gun for a minute. Well, that looks like a crow. We'll give it an orange beak or a yellow beak. Do I have yellow paint handy? Probably not. Dry it up first. Got a big drip here. We don't want that. That'll take a long time to dry. Almost dry. Trying not to burn my fingers in the process. So I don't know if there's any of my watchers or viewers that are from New England, but one of my favorite pizzas in the whole wide world is Papa Gino's. There's just no other pizza like Papa Gino's, and I'm not a pizza connoisseur or anything like that. I just love Papa Gino's pizza. There's just nothing like it. I don't know if it's the tomato sauce or whatever. But anyways, Every time I come home to New Hampshire, I have to go get some Papa Gino's pizza. So funny story, last night my sister came home from work and surprised me and said, let's go. I have to run to Lowe's and get something at Lowe's, and Papa Gino's is right next to it. So let's go to Papa Gino's for supper, just you and I. And I said, oh my God, yes. So off to Papa Gino's we go. And while we're sitting waiting for our pizza to be cooked, my sister's name is Judy. Judy's son, Richard, calls and says, hey, don't eat anything yet because I just made the most delicious pizza and I'm bringing some up to you. My sister's son, my nephew, he lives just down the same road, just not too far. And she had to break the news to him that we were actually sitting at Papa Gino's and we were about to have our own big pizza. So anyways, he said to eat one less of our pizza and then we would save room to try his pizza. So we of course pigged out on Papa Gino's pizza, but I am going to have his pizza, which is a Hawaiian pizza with bacon, and I can't wait for dinner to have that tonight. So all right, so now we got our crow and he can dry a little bit more. We're gonna add some seeds. So I'm just using the chalkboard paint from Dade City Dollar Tree, and that's what I'm just going to use to paint my little seeds on with. So let me find a little brush. I thought I had a better one. Well, we're going to try this one. I do have another one if that doesn't work. This one might work better. Let me go there. It's a little bit stiffer. So I'm just going to make little watermelon seeds, just like teardrops. And I'm just going to make them just like the watermelon has them. You know, spaced out. I'm trying not to get anything on my shirt because I don't have an apron with me. So I'm just making like a little teardrop shape because that's kind of what the seeds look like. I'm just going around, fatter at the bottom and then skinnier at the top. And I'm making them so that they go crooked because they're not all in there at the same, they don't all sit lined up. I gotta look at this just a little bit here. Put another one up here. Just make a line and then make it fatter at the bottom. You know, seeds aren't perfect. Now I'm going up here where I put a green thumbprint. All right. Messed that one up a little bit because I wasn't holding it good in my hand. But that's okay. All right, so then we're just going to do a couple more. And as they get to the top, the seeds get a little bit smaller in size. And I don't know if you've ever noticed, but a couple of them closer to the middle get white. So here is one of our ends with some watermelon seeds. I'm going to do the same thing all the way around. So let's put a couple more seeds. I just basically make a line and then I just make it a little bit fatter as I go down. Let me try this brush, the other brush I had, and see if that makes a difference. Sometimes it's fun to try. But no, I think I'm going to have more control with this little stiffer brush. So if that helps you guys, a stiffer brush seems to be doing better. Make like a little teepee at the top and then just fill it in. They don't have to be perfect. Seeds aren't perfect, and neither are crafts. So let me get a little bit more paint in the cap. And I am going to just go around and paint some more seeds, and then I will come back. Okay, so now we have seeds on all four. We have black seeds on all four sides. Now what I want to do is add just a little tiny bit of white, just a little bit of white seeds. So I'm going to just put a little tiny bit, and this is probably just a little bit too white, but that's okay. We're just going to add just a couple of white seeds here and there, because watermelons have a little bit of white seeds to them. So they don't even have to show up that much. They just need to be there, right? Just to make it look more like a real watermelon. And sometimes they're really little too, because they haven't matured yet, these little seeds. So we're just going to add just a few little white seeds. And we will do that all the way around. We're just going to add a couple here and there, like right up here can be one. And we'll probably do two here. Let's just do two on this side. And we'll do a couple on this side. Just a few. And then that will make it look a little more like a real watermelon. I'm not, it doesn't have to be, what am I trying to say? I'm not like a cartoon painter. I like things to be realistic, but I am far from a good painter, if that makes any sense. So it doesn't have to be real. It just has to be, I just have to get my point across in my artwork, if that makes any sense. Okay. I'm going to do a couple more on this end, and we'll be done with our white seeds. It's kind of hard on wood too to make perfect little seeds, because it's rough. The surface is rough. Okay, let's cover up our paint. I did have to turn a fan on. It is really warming up here in the garage, in the New Hampshire craft room. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to take your watermelon and you're going to look at all four sides. Well, mostly we're looking at these two sides, but you're going to pick your favorite side, whether it's this side you want to display and have as the front, or this side. But whichever side you pick, that will be the front, and we're going to put our crow on top of our watermelon. So we're going to use a little bit of E6000 and hot glue. We're going to use a lot of hot glue, but we're going to use a little E6000. So we are going to find, so this will be the front, let's say, and I want my crow to sit here. Okay, so I'm looking at my crow and my watermelon and looking about where I'm going to put my glue. So I'm going to put that basically right there at the bottom of my crow. All right. And then I'm going to put also some hot glue on either side. Of the glue of the E6000. And I'm hoping that this does not drip down my watermelon, but I'm going to just place it and hold it. And this is our pretend crow. So I'm just basically holding still. And I can't see if it's running. I think we're good. I think we're good. I was worried that the glue might drip down the front, but I'm gonna let go. Now, I don't have yellow paint. I forgot to paint the crow's little yellow beak. So when I'm all done, I will paint the crow's beak yellow, and there'll be a picture of it at the end of the video. But for time's sake, I will just paint his little beak. Maybe give him a little eyeball. But this is our finished product. This is our little watermelon that was made out of a piece of firewood that I took from my sister and brother's firewood stash for their fireplace. And I am going to take you on a field trip right now. Let me just pause this video and put covers on things, and we'll go for a quick field trip. Okay, come with me. We're leaving the garage and we're going out the back so you can see the backyard. Let me turn the camera. She has a beautiful mountain view. Don't ask me the name of these mountains. I gotta get down a big step. So this is one deck with their grill on it, and there's their fire pit down there. And look at the beautiful bird houses. Okay, let's go to the right. This is the pool. Beautiful, beautiful pool. Beautiful flowers. My sister does such a beautiful job. That's my sister's happy place. And then she's got this. There's the beautiful pool. There's the beautiful view. Let me see if I can zoom in a little. Look at that. There's 3 mountain ranges, but unfortunately, the trees are starting to grow up and they're going to be obscuring that view. But look at the beautiful tall trees she's got in her, the beautiful birdhouse. Let's go down and look at her fire pit. We had a beautiful fire here on the 4th of July. So beautiful, so beautiful. And then we have the chicken coop behind that. That's the chicken coop there. And that fence back there is all the chickens. They're inside right now, I believe. I'm not really sure of the chicken schedule. But then this is all garden. Let's go take a look at the garden. Is this beautiful? My sister's red gate. This is the door. This is the back of the house that I just came out, the garage. There's the grill. So then there's the red gate. I hope I'm not making anybody dizzy. But there's the chicken coop again. Let me stop, and it's even got their own little window box over there. But the chickens are in that fence. Let's see if I can shrink it down. Here's the beautiful garden. Oh, there's a chicken over there. See him walking? The chicken's free to come and go. And so this is the garden. Beautiful. Okay, I have to shrink that down a little bit. Sorry for my filming. Okay. But this is the garden. Got tomatoes, all this asparagus back there, the squash, cucumbers, everything you can think of. These are some rocks that my sister and I both paint rocks. I made this rock for my sister. And these are rocks my sister has painted. Beautiful. Beautiful flowers. Look at my sister. She is a beautiful, look at that one. So cool. I think I painted this one, Let Us Remain Calm, when I was here. But anyway, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful garden. And then they have all these fruit trees. There's another shed for equipment. This is the wood pile that I robbed from. Here's the side of the house. This door also goes into the garage. But this is the wood pile. They have skidoos and that little thingy-wingy. I grabbed a piece of wood from the wood pile. This is the front of the house. It's absolutely gorgeous outside and inside. Absolutely beautiful. This is their walkway. They've done all this work. They put up this granite post with a light and this whole beautiful garden. So cute. I love it here. I miss my New England home, but not in the winter. This thing is so cute at night. It has like firefly lights. So beautiful. Look at the old barrel. She's got an old chair back here with the plant sitting in it. So cute. Look at that. So cute. Oh my goodness, so cute. But let's take a walk over here and see what we find. Look. It's a little watermelon that we made. I still didn't paint his beak. So cute. All right, everybody. Hey, everybody. Well, that will do it for this video. I hope that you are enjoying my New Hampshire crafts. This is a great time to give me a thumbs up. Sharing is caring. Go ahead and share this video and make sure you're subscribed and ring the bell. It's free to do so. All right, until I see you next time, be good and do good. Bye now.